from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
Snow and Lambeau, Coach. Something about that combo that just works, like peanut butter and jelly. And we've got half a foot of the right stuff and still coming down here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
And the question swirled around Green Bay all offseason in free agency and through the draft. Did they acquire enough pieces to help their all-star quarterback, Aaron Rodgers? Just think about the last 2 years for him. 51 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions, and rallied the Packers to 13 regular season wins last year and a trip to the NFC Championship game. He's still one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and the Packers are hoping to take the next step.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Right there, 54.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
On 4th down, here's Green Bay's 3rd-year punter, J.K. Scott. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense set to go to work for the first time, and at QB, the man signed to a big 4-year deal back in March. That's Ryan Tannehill.
Not only did Ryan Tannehill resurrect his career in 2019, he may now serve as a blueprint for quarterbacks looking for a second opportunity. He moved from Miami to Tennessee, took over the starting job from Marcus Mariota in Week 7 last year and wound up leading the NFL in quarterback rating. And the Titans went 8-3 in his 11 starts, snuck into the playoffs, and went to the AFC Championship game. His future is bright in Nashville, and he expects to be the starter there for many years to come.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and that'll bring up second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Gun. Here's Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3-and-out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. And right side, they're going to go option here. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Well, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Tannehill throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd and short. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Tannehill. Throw left side, complete. It's Henry. And he will have a Titans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll throw from the gun. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll start with the option. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the counter, it's Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
First down carry for Henry, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Short throw to Smith. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll run on 1st down. Henry stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Rashawn Gary, his second sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On fourth down, here's Steven Gostkowski for the Tennessee field goal. This one from 48 yards away. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense is really flowing around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a 1st down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Oh, are you serious, dog?
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Working with a 2nd and 4. Derrick Henry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Tannehill. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Preston Smith drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 29, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Touchdown, Packers! Rodgers connecting with Equinemius St. Brown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Tannehill firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Titans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2 minutes to play. 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. To throw is Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
On first down, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Rodgers got a man. It's Tanyan, complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers to throw once more. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Khalif Raymond now. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. His guys have the lead as the white stuff continues to fall. And for the call of the second half, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. Raymond now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. All right, try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 45 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll look to run with Dillon. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Crosby puts it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Raymond now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know,
and the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish, because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Over the middle to Smith. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
53, Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the 1st half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. 53 to Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, this will be caught at about the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now it's Dillon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Raymond now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Titans getting set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he's going to go down again. Christian Kirksey. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, let's go. Number 53, Mike 53.
They'll go again to Jones. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch it slam. Watch it slam. Watch it slam.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step one on that play.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is now an even 30. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Titans now just about ready to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Short throw to Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Short throw to Smith, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Here's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee 1st.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Looking sideline, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Airing it out deep for Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the 2nd half.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. The linebacker, William Compton, in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you.
Again, it's Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Packers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike, 53. Mike, let's go deep, tighten up.
This is Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53. Mike, 53.
Now Jones, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Jones. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Jones. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
He'll get this one complete to Davis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Tannehill getting this complete to Smith.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Flushed out right, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Let's go, D. Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
53. Mike. Time to go. Night.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.